Okay, good morning out on the West Coast and good afternoon out on the East Coast. Today I am channeling my inner Vince McMahon, and love him, hate him, whatever. There's two sides to his personality, but yes, contrary to what a lot of people believe, as a real estate investor, as wholesalers, there are still plenty of us that still do dress up. I love a good custom suit. The truth is we get to work from home, so most of the time, even if we go into the office, because we're doing a lot of what we do virtually, we can get away with wearing t-shirts, baseball caps, jeans, shorts, whatever. But being that I was a real estate agent and a real estate broker, there's nothing like having a custom-made suit. So, today I'm channeling my inner Vince McMahon. So my background is a wrestling stage set, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing like a 90s audience from WrestleMania. So today what we're going to talk about is stuff you don't want to hear, but you need to if you are wholesaling real estate. And as always, I'm going to give the algorithm just a little bit of time to kick in. I appreciate everybody that logs in the minute that you get the alerts. When I do that, I do a little bit of housekeeping just before I get into the nitty-gritty. So I'll do that now. Be sure to please like and follow. If you are listening to us, do me a favor, give me a quick thumbs up on the chat so that way I know that the audio is coming through fine. I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. More than half of the people that are watching our content, more than half of the people that are using the strategies and the tools that I teach, right, that I've accumulated over the last 30 years of being in this business, the people that are using all of that stuff and enjoying this content that we're putting out are not, over 60% of them are not subscribers, they're not followers, or they're not fans. So what I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask you to do me a huge favor, and please make sure that you press the follow button. Please make sure that you press the like button. Please make sure that you subscribe. Press the bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube, so that way you can get alerted every time I go live, every time the team goes live, every time we upload new content that we are creating and curating for you. Next slide is me talking about my book. So if you don't know about it, I wrote a book called Deal Like a Dove, Dispo Like a Dragon. And yes, I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it for a reason. Number one, I'm doing this because I know that I need to get that message across. I'm also doing this because I'm teaching you that if you don't repeat your message over and over and over again, it gets lost in the shuffle. And it's very easy to get lost in the shuffle. And I've said this before as well. If you stream, and almost everybody uses some type of a streaming device now, or not a streaming device, but a streaming channel or app that they use, Netflix, Disney, Hulu, there's all types of different ones. There's the Max, whatever it is that you use to stream. If you are using the free version or the version that includes commercials, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but they will play the same commercial over and over and over and over again. They don't care what you think about it. They don't care that you have to see it time and time again. They are repeating that message over and over and over again until it sinks in, or until you change your buying habit, right? That's really what they're doing. So if they're doing it, and these are multi-million, billion-dollar companies that are repeating their message over and over and over again, what makes you think that you can get away with not repeating your message over again? So in addition to me talking about my book, I'm also practicing what I preach. So if you have a chance, go pick up my book. It is on Amazon. You can go to dove.dispodragons.com, dove.dispodragons.com. You can pick up the book, Deal Like a Dove, Dispo Like a Dragon. I show it all the time. I'm going to show it again. It is 400 pages of straight up how to build this business, how to build a investment portfolio, how to invest in real estate by wholesaling, okay? Last thing, if you need help, and there are plenty of people that are always looking for guidance, trust me, I get the messages, trust me, I see the boards, I see the communities, I see all of the comments. If you need help on how to do this business, what we've done is we've created, and I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, forgive me for that, I forgot to do that. What we did was we created a profit sharing mentorship program. Now, this is a mentorship program where you'll have someone walking you through exactly how to do this business. They'll handhold you. They will help you teach you how to prospect. They will teach you how to get leads. They will teach you how to close those leads. They will close those leads for you. They will help you fill out the contracts as well. They are essentially going to do the entire process for you while you watch them, while you shadow them, while you learn. And then when it comes time to get paid, everybody gets paid using this profit sharing mentorship. It creates an incentive for the mentor to just help you, as opposed to other mentorship programs where really what you're doing is you're just paying and then you're just watching, a ton of videos and you're just consuming a bunch of content. You don't really have someone there that is actually walking you through exactly how to do that. Well, with our profit sharing mentorship program, what you've got is someone, you've got a bona fide closer on call, ready to get on the phones when you've got legitimate leads, when you've got deals, when you got renegotiations that have to take place. You've got someone there to help you. And again, their incentive is they know that they're also going to get a percentage of the profits as well. So everybody wins, everybody gets a piece of the pie, everybody's happy. All right, so go to start.dispodragons.com to get more information on our profit sharing mentorship. If you are a veteran of this business, if you are closing deals, you're closing 1, 2, 3 deals a month, you have experience, you can close leads, and maybe you're solo, this is a great way for you to work with us as well. You could become a mentor. We'll assign you a mentee. You guys can help each other out and everybody can make money together. Okay, start.dispodragons.com. Okay, stuff you don't want to hear but you need to. Okay, let's dive right in. Here's things that you want to hear, okay? You want to hear that it's fast and you want to hear that it's easy, all right? That's what everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants 6-minute abs, 7-minute abs, right? And it's not that they want to hear those things. So what I've noticed is that some of the content that is consumed and some of the content that gets the most reactions and some of the content that gets the most comments are always the one that depict our business as being fast and as being easy. So, a lot of the people that are out there that are social media celebrities, they're out there talking about how they closed the deal, in their first month, how easy it was to just see a property that was boarded up, get a hold of the seller, make an offer, 70%, 60%, 50% of whatever Zillow says, they accept the offer, and how easy it was to find a buyer, right? And so what you're seeing are these 30-second clips, these 60-second clips of them basically just, telling you how fast and how easy it was. And so that creates a false sense of what this business is really like, and it creates an illusion. And here's the reality. What you don't want to hear is you don't want to hear that it's slow. You don't want to hear that it's hard. You don't want to like or click or heart or comment on the videos that show that there's actually work that needs to be put in to make this thing work. You don't want to hear that it's slow and you don't want to hear that it's hard, but that's the reality of it, right? All the videos that get all the comments, all the reels, all the TikToks that get all these views and all these comments and all these likes and all these fire emojis and all of that stuff, those are the ones that, what they're doing is they're going out there and you're saying, look, and they find a house. Here's an ugly house. I'm going to make him an offer. I got the offer accepted. I found a buyer. I put the two together. I made 10K. It all happened in a matter of days. And that's not the reality. That's not the reality of how this business works. I don't care how easy they want to make it seem. I don't care how short they want to make it seem. I don't care how fast they want to make it seem. That's not a reality. And here's the problem with us spreading that type of information, okay? The problem is you have false expectations. And so when you don't succeed in your first 30 days, when you don't get a house under contract in your first week, when you don't find a buyer for your deal in your first 90 days, when that doesn't happen, what it does is it creates that false expectation and then you quit because you assume that there's something wrong with you because they made it look so easy. They made it look so fast. All I did was I parked in front of this ugly house. I got out of my expensive car. I wrote them an offer, this one piece of paper that I went and had them write up. They accepted it. I took that one piece of paper and then I had another piece of paper and I put them together and then all of a sudden it's 20 racks, right? Now, that might age me a little bit. I might be a little aged in the game, but I've been watching what has been happening for for several years now, and the message that is being spread. And so it creates this false expectation, and so that there's really good people, there's professional people, there's smart people, there's hardworking people that are in and out just as fast as they came in because of the false expectations that people are putting out there, making people think that this is going to be fast money, this is going to be easy money. All you do is you get these two pieces of paper, you put them together, and you've got $20,000 in your mailbox, right? Coming in every single day. And that's not true. But you don't want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. Now let's go to the next slide. Here's the other problem. You spend more time watching their wins than you spend learning the skills. This is another thing, right? Another thing is there's so many people that are consuming this content. They're watching the cars, they're watching the checks, they're watching the videos, they're walking out of title company. There's videos of people that are with their hands over stacks of cash. Just like bizarre stuff that's going on, and those are all the videos that get all the attention. Those are all the pictures that get all the likes. And that's cool. I don't care. Right? I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that if you are going to feed that monster, then you might as well be prepared for what the reality is. And the reality is you're going to have to work. Okay? You're going to have to work. The same time that you're spending admiring all the results of their hard work that they might not be showing you, the same effort that you're putting into liking all of that stuff, I need you to put that effort into learning your skills. That's more important than admiring their results, okay? Because their results vary. The results vary. Your results will vary, but it will all be based on the skills that you can learn. You will learn 100 times more effectively more effectively by doing the work than you will ever do watching videos. Now look, at the beginning of this video, I just posted, or actually not posted, at the beginning of this live, I just talked about my book, and I told you that you should buy my book, and I told you that you should read my book. Right now, I'm doing a live video training. I'm doing this live. I'm creating a training. You are participating in this training. You are participating in this discussion. You are participating in this video. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but what I am saying is that at some point, you got to stop reading the blogs. You got to stop reading the books. You got to stop reading the PDF, blueprints, all this stuff that's out there. You got to stop reading the ebooks. You got to stop watching the videos. You got to stop watching the TikToks, and you have to actually go out there and do the work, right? I talk to a number of people, and when I talk to them about what they're doing, they'll tell me that they're in the learning phase. I'm in the learning phase right now. Okay, got it. You're in the learning phase. Great. How long have you been in the learning phase now? Well, I've been in the learning phase for about 3 to 4 months. So for the last 3 to 4 months, what they've been doing is they've been consuming content, they've been reading, they've been learning, they've been getting prepared, right? Really what they're doing is they're giving me excuses. What they're saying is I haven't gotten started because I haven't gotten the courage yet to go out there and actually take action. That's what they're really saying. So you will become more effective when you actually go out and do the work. You learn more from doing the work and doing the work bad in the beginning than you will ever learn by watching somebody do it good, by watching someone do it great, by watching someone do it fast, by watching someone do it easy on a video. Okay? You'll learn more from you doing it bad personally than you'll ever learn by watching someone doing it on a video. Ever. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is what you want to do is you need to take action, and if you mess it up, it's okay. There'll be other sellers. If you screw up a deal, it's okay. There'll be other deals. Okay, it's all right. You just have to make sure. Now, I want to put an asterisk to what I just said because there are some of you who have sent me comments that your biggest concern is that you are, sending out these contracts, and you want to make sure that you have all your legal contracts correct, and you want to make sure that you're performing your business ethically, and that I do admire. Okay, when you're taking the time to do the business correctly, legally, ethically, that I appreciate. You don't want to just jump in right away. But listen, if you have a JV partner, if you have a mentor, and they're providing you with these contracts, and they're walking you through these contracts, and they're filling out these contracts with you and for you to help you build your business, when you have someone who has experience in this business doing it for you, what excuse do you have now? right? You have someone that's literally walking you through how to do the contracts, going through all the legal ramifications of what it is that you're doing, explaining your responsibilities when you get these properties under contract, teaching you how to do these things. Then you really don't have any more excuses. Now, if you're all by yourself, and you're trying to study all this stuff by yourself, and you want to study all the legal language, and you want to study the legalese, and you want to study the contracts, and you need help understanding, well, that's something else. That's different. That's you trying to learn this entirely on your own. And if you want to do that, then I'm going to suggest that you go to law school, right? If you want to learn all of the contracts, then you're probably going to want to go to law school. If you don't want to go to law school, then what I'm going to suggest is that you get a JV partner or you get a mentor and have them walk you through the contracts. Don't hide behind imperfect action, okay? Don't hide behind that. It's better to take imperfect action and work and try to do this business, okay? And if contracts is something that you're concerned about, get a mentor, get a JV partner that can walk you through it. All right, you prefer liking photos and videos of cars and checks, not videos of the work behind the scenes. I've already touched on this, so I'm not going to really touch on it too much, but I got a message from someone who asked me the exact same question. How come you don't post any checks of your closings? How come you don't post any pictures of your car? How come you don't post any pictures of your house? How come you... Okay, look, we all have a social footprint on the internet. All of us, every single one of us, which, by the way, now that we're talking about that, for those of you who use certain platforms, be smart about the things that you like. Be smart about the activity that you comment on, because a lot of this stuff now is being watched and viewed by everybody around you. So your friends and your family are watching the things that you're liking. Your friends and your family and employers are watching the things that you're commenting on, FYI. And for all you Reddit users, now I know that Reddit users like to hide behind the fact that Reddit, you can't really see your personal name, because Reddit assigns you these random names, right? Like Inglorious Affectionate Porcupine, some random name that they give you. But the point is that if you do end up communicating with somebody through Reddit and they see all the NSFW content that you're looking at, right, and that you're liking and that you're commenting on, it's not a good look, okay? So I'm just going to tell you right now, like, since we're on the topic, you want to be a little bit smarter, especially those of you that are in relationships, about the stuff that you're liking, and especially about the stuff that you're commenting on. And I'll leave it at that. Boys, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So you prefer liking photos and videos of cars and checks, not videos of the work behind the scene. Paul, why aren't you showing pictures of your checks or your HUD statements, HUD up or shut up? Why aren't you posting any of that? Why aren't you posting pictures of your car or you coming out of the title company carrying stacks of cash? Okay, number one, that's not the social footprint that I want to leave behind. And number two, the IRS and your insurance companies are always watching, Mike Wazowski. Always watching. So us older guys and gals, we're a little bit smarter about that stuff, right? So just keep that in mind. Watch what you're liking, watch what you're commenting on, watch what you're posting. You spend more time with that than you do liking the hard work. Now, I do see a lot of people that do go live and they'll post videos of them while they're making their calls and they're calling their sellers, and that's great. Trying to do that live I've discovered it's really boring. Okay, that's one of the reasons that I don't do it. It's just boring. You don't want to see that, because I'll go through 10 minutes sometimes where we'll be doing our follow-up calls and we won't get one response. And for me to go live where like 70% or 80% of them are just dead in the water time, where I'm not really doing anything and all you're hearing is the phone trill, it's pretty boring. So that's one of the reasons that I don't do my calls live. I'd rather just record them and then eventually post the results that way too, which a lot of other people do, which is great. Okay, at least they're showing the work behind the scenes. However, most of them are posting, including myself, I'm guilty of this too sometimes, we're posting the good conversations, the quality conversations, the ones where we actually close, the ones where we get the deals made. What we're not posting is the ratio of how many times we're told to go pound rocks versus the ratio of when we successfully close and we're able to use the dialogue that we've mastered. Okay, you want to believe that let's start all over again. You want to believe that the celebrities made one phone call. They made one offer and they closed one deal. right? That's what you'd like to believe. You want to believe that that one house across the street, that beat up one house, they just randomly drove to one house, pulled over, took a picture, went inside, took pictures of it, used an app to come up with the cost of the repairs and all of that stuff. They did it all using artificial intelligence, and it did all the work for them. You want to believe that all they had to do was find that property, make one phone call to the seller. They got the seller on the phone on the first call. They made him an offer. Seller accepted. First conversation, first offer, and everything went smooth. Then they got the property under contract, and then they sold it to a buyer. One sheet of paper, another sheet of paper, put them together, $20,000. That's what you want to believe, right? You want to believe that because that's the message that's being sent on social media. Here's the reality. The reality is it took a lot more, okay? The ratio between the number of conversations that you have to have with someone versus you actually getting the deal under contract, okay? And when I say conversations with someone, let's just say the ratio between the number of people you actually have to make contact with. So first, the number of dials or DMs or emails or SMS messages or whatever it is that you're doing, the volume of outbound attempts to actual contacts, okay, would blow your mind. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to know that. You don't want to know how many calls it actually takes to make a contact with someone. You don't want to know how many contacts you have to speak to actually get a lead. You don't want to know how many leads it actually takes to be able to get a contract. You don't want to know how many contracts it actually takes for you to be able to close a deal. You don't want to hear that stuff. You want to believe, I saw one house, I drove to that one house, I took a picture of that one house, I uploaded it into an app. The app told me what I should offer, what my ARV should be. I made that offer. Seller accepted. I found a buyer. I put two pieces of paper together and I made my money. Nope, it's not the case. Okay, that's not how it works. I wish it was that way. I wish it was that way because we'd all be making money, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, the ratio is a lot more than you think, and I'm not saying this to scare you. I am saying this to prepare you, so that when you do get involved in this business, you're not sitting there saying, okay, right, okay. So I haven't spoken to anybody. I haven't been able to get a contract this week. This deal fell out. This is all normal stuff that Paul already prepared us for, right? That's the reason I'm doing this, because it's going to take much more contact. You're going to have to make much more contact with people than you think. You're going to have to make much more offers. You're going to have to make a lot more offers than you think. It's not just going to be one more offer, just one offer. And you're going to have to get a lot more properties under contract in order to close. If you want to close 3 deals a week, you're probably going to need between 9 to 12 deals under contract. That's just the reality of it, okay? Get that, keep that in mind. You want to close 3 deals a month, you're going to need about 9 to 12 deals under contract in your pipeline every single month for that to keep rolling over, okay? Sorry about the noise. So just bear that in mind, all right? So going back to what I said earlier, and I'm checking the comments now to see what people are saying on the boards. Got it. So if you guys, again, I'm going to close out with this. My book, if you are not following us, if you are not subscribed to us, if you are not a fan, please make sure you like and follow us so that you can get alerts every time we go live, every time we upload a new video, and every time we create new content for you. Okay? That's very, very important. Second thing is, go to Amazon, visit dove.dispodragons.com, pick up my book. You pick up the book, you take a picture of it with yourself, right? Selfie, whatever you got to do. Tag us on social media. I'll send you a code for a free Audible download, okay? So that you can download it on Audible. You can have the Audible version on me, okay? And then lastly, if you are just getting started and you need help, go to our mentorship program, our profit mentorship program. Very, very affordable way to have a mentor on call, ready to close your deals, ready to close your leads, ready to help you with contracts. Start.dispodragons.com. If you are a veteran in the business and you're a solopreneur, no, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're good at closing. And now what you'd like to do is you'd like to explore the opportunity to be able to mentor other people while still making a profit. visit start.dispodragons.com. Let us know. We're looking for veteran wholesalers that want to work with us as well. I couldn't possibly mentor every single person that is coming through our channel, okay? Lastly, if you have any questions or comments or concerns about this business and you need some help, feel free to DM me. If there's anything that you'd like to have covered on any one of these videos, let us know. Send us a direct message, and what we'll do is we'll cover that during our next video training. All right. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you participating. I appreciate all the direct messages that I've been getting. It really makes it easier for us to come up with content that you want to hear. All right. We'll talk soon.